So in today's video we are going to be using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 4 palette. This palette is gorgeous. That's what I use to create this look on my eyes right now. It does have 25 shades. It does retail for $60. It is on the Anastasia of Beverly Hills website as well as the Sephora website, and I'm not sure if it's on the Ulta website. It probably is, but for the most part I got mine on the Anastasia of Beverly Hills website, and it just got here like yesterday I think, so I had to hurry up and film with this. And if you guys want to see how I got this look, my thoughts, and you know, what I think about this palette, go ahead and keep watching, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay guys, I zoomed you guys in just a little bit. I just wanted to share with you guys how these colors perform, how they look on the lids, and I just was super excited to test these out with you guys. So I did pull my hair back really quick with these clips, just because I don't want it to get in the way of me blending. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Morphe JS9 brush, you guys, and I had to use my pink brushes for this because, you know, it's the vibe. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this palette up. I really appreciate these mirrors, and the size of this palette, I think it's amazing and it's good quality. I love the packaging on these. These are my favorite packaging on palettes so far. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling, and I'm gonna get into the palette. So I'm going to go into the shade D1, and it's more of a like a taupey brown. So I'm going to start with this one right here, and that's the shade D1. And I'm just taking my JS9 brush and I'm kind of tapping it in there, and it does have some pickup. If you guys can see right there, it does have a little bit of pickup. But that is really nothing that bothers me, you guys. That happens in the other palettes as well, so it's not something that really bugs me. And I'm just going to take this and just buff this out all over the crease area. And as you guys can see, it is very pigmented, and I really like it. I feel like it's nice and pigmented. It performed well. It's not patchy at all. Just like in the other palettes, I'm having easy job blending this out. Okay guys, so that was the first shade, D1 on the crease, which is 4th row down, first shade. And now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my JS6 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to go ahead and dip into, where do I want to dip into? I'm going to go into this shade, and it's kind of like a similar shade, but it's this shade right here, A4, in the first row. And they do pick up a little bit. If that's something that you guys don't like, I'm just sharing that with you guys. For me, it's not a problem. I just kind of dust it away and it's fine. So I'm just going to go in a little bit on the outer crease and take that a little bit lower, not as high as we took that first shade. And as you guys can tell, that's more of a pinky brown type of color. It has a little bit more of a rosy tone in it. I'm just going to take that first brush and kind of just blend it all out. Make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. You always want to go back and forth with that. So I'm going to go back into D1 and just kind of run that along the top, just so I don't lose that nice caramel color on the top, on the outer area. And I'm just dusting this along, not really being precise. And now I'm going to go back in with that brush and go into A4 and just continue to get this to my desired like the desired way that I want to blend it. There's the shade A4, you guys, and it's more of a dusty rosy brown, which I like. I like that it has that pink undertone, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same to this side. Now that I have those two shades down, so I'm going to go into the shade B2 right here in the palette. And I'm just using that same brush from Morphe. You guys, this is such a pretty color. If you guys can tell, all these shades are so pigmented and they all mesh well together, which I really like. And I love the fact that these blend out so easily. Like, they literally blend themselves out. That is the shade B2 in the palette, and you guys, everything blended out really well. Everything shows up really good. I love these colors. They are blending well with each other. I'm just going to go back into A4, which is the first shade that we use, and I'm just going to buff this along the side so everything blends out nicely. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my M433 brush, and I'm going to dip into the bottom shade right here, which is the shade E4. And it's just a little bit deeper. It kind of reminds me of the color that we just used, B2, but it's a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to go ahead and start deepening up that outer corner. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the shade B5 in the palette, which is this like cool toned brown. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not like, I don't know if this is going to look good at all. I just kind of want to jump around in the colors and see how they mesh together. So I'm going to take that shade B5, which is like a cool tone brown color, and I'm just going to take it on the outer corner right here. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease off camera, and then I'll be back with you guys to show you guys what I'm going to be putting on. So I already went ahead and cut my crease off camera. So now what I'm going to do, I really don't know what shades to go into. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the shade A2, which is this really pretty like glittery pink shade right there. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade A2. And it looks like that, guys. So I'm going to try it without any setting spray first. And I'm going to start with this right on the inner corner. That is so pretty. Wow, that is such a pretty look. You guys, this is so reflective and so pigmented. Okay, so now I'm going to take the back of that brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade. I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade right here, which is A5 in the palette. And it's more of a toned down champagne glittery shade. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I don't even know what look I'm doing. Honestly, I'm just playing with the colors in here, because this is so pretty. Okay, so I think my camera turned off there for a minute, but all I did was go back in on the outer corners with the shade E4 right here at the bottom, and a little bit of B2, just to kind of blend those together. I wasn't really liking how this shade was looking on the outer corner. It was kind of making it all look like a blob. So I ended up going back in with B2 and E4 just to kind of blend that a little bit. I know it doesn't look perfect, but it's okay. it will all come together. And I wanted to add a little bit of these glitter shades in here. Are these like pressed glitter shades in the palette right here. E2 is more of a like diamond reflective one, and E3 is more of a pinky reflective one. I don't know if you guys can see those, but they are so pretty. Let's go ahead and go in with this one right here, which is like this little diamond one. And I'm just gonna pat it right here on the top of the center of the lid. Just a little bit, because I don't want it to be too glittery. So you guys, I thought I was gonna do a neutral look, something wearable, and then I go and do this. Always happens to me, but I just love like the glitters and just like color so much, and I just wanted to play, so I figured why not just keep going. So I'm just pressing E2 right here on the top of the outer part of the lid right here. This is such a pretty palette. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with B2 and E4, which are those shades I used on the outer corner of the eye, and I'm just gonna run that with this Morphe M562 brush, and I'm gonna run it along the lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my liner and just run it along the lower and upper lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite liner, the N.Y.X matte liquid liner, and I'm just going to create a wing. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Shock YSL mascara. It's just like a trial size or like a mini size, but I really like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Instaho lashes from Batty Bee Lashes, and these are the ones that I'm going to go ahead and pop on today. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my N.Y.X lip liner in the shade Mason, and I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. And I'm going to take the shade 844 Sweet Tooth from Lore'l. Okay guys, just to make things a little bit more fun, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this yellow color right here in the shade D2, which is like this really vibrant yellow neon color. And I kind of want to throw that on the inner corner just to make things a little bit fun. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this Lavish pencil brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that neon yellow shade D2, and I'm just going to lightly press that right here on the inner corner. And you guys, that isn't really showing up. Maybe if I go in with my finger. Okay guys, so this is the final look using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 4 palette. And you guys, this is such a beautiful palette. I already have, like, you guys, it already has my heart. So this is such a glitzy glam girl's dream. Like, not only is the packaging really beautiful, it's that soft pink that I have in my room everywhere, but it also is very versatile. I love the fact that it had the pops of colors. I love the fact that you could do a very soft glam with these 4 shades in this corner right here. I love the fact that it has glitters, it has shimmers, it has mattes, it has really everything that I need. And for the most part, I love the fact that I picked up this palette because it is one of my favorites now already, I can tell. And for the most part, I have been using the Amrezy palette, but this reminds me so much of it. It's so glitzy, it's so glam, and it's something that I appreciate in a palette. I appreciate the fact that it does have versatile colors, like these pops of colors. It also has these neutrals right here. It has the glitters, the shimmers. I mean, it has everything that I need. So for the most part, I'm so in love with this palette. I loved how everything blended out. I love the fact that this has 25 shades. I love the fact that it has a big mirror. I mean, there's so many positives with this palette, and I'm so happy that I picked it up. And I can't wait to do a part 2 for you guys, so that will be coming pretty soon. But for the most part, this palette is gorgeous, and I would recommend it to you guys if you guys are a glitzy glam girl, or just like want to try something new out, or want to try out pops of colors. I feel like this is very, very versatile. So for the most part, I would recommend this palette, and I'm so excited to keep using it. And yeah, I mean, it already stole my heart, so go check it out. Do your guys' research, figure out which one you guys are more geared towards. I mean, they are all very beautiful, very versatile, very pretty. It all depends on what you are more interested in. If you're interested in the glitzy glam, soft glam, pops of color, go for this one. If you want purples and reds and blues, go for this one. And then if you guys want the what is it, like the oranges and the yellows and the greens and the like really pretty burgundy colors, then I would go for this one. Even though I haven't used this, I will be using this in another video. But for the most part, it just depends what you guys are more interested in, and what kind of, you know, what you guys think that you'll use the most and get the most looks out of. But for the most part, I'm very, very, very pleased with all of these palettes. I'm really happy that I have them in my collection. And let me know what you guys would like to see next. I will be doing a video on the volume 3 palette, as well as a part 2 on this one, so keep a lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.